So what's up, guys? J-Wink is here with the review for Gotham Season 2, A Legion of Horribles. So this is the newest episode, I believe. Next week's episode is the season finale. Yes, next week's episode is the season finale of Gotham. And so let's talk about this. Yeah. It was a I'm going to say for DC shows, DC's Legends Heroes of Tomorrow so far has kicked this one out of the water. It is DC's Legends Heroes of Tomorrow did a much better a good introduction to the season finale, way better than this did, and okay, so let's talk about the episode. So last off, we left the episode with Kat, Selena Kyle, and Killer, Firefly, I believe her name was Firefly. She was about to kill her, and that whole storyline was boring. I'm sorry, I did not like that whole segment. It was just pointless. It was nothing. I felt like it was completely worthless. Could have been thrown out of the episode completely, and it would not have made any effect because nothing really happened. Nothing really counteracted what happened for the rest of the characters. Absolutely nothing. Not a dang thing. And so also, the Fish Mooney storyline. I want to try and get all the negatives out of the way first and then bring in the positives. So they brought Fish Mooney back. Not a big fan. No, if you guys watched my season 1 reviews, I was not a big fan of Jada Pinkett Smith's portrayal as Fish Mooney in the series. Well, in season 1, and season 2 is not really any better. There is maybe a glimmer of hope. She has some superpowers that I see that she now has. Some powers of persuasion, I think it is. So it's going to be interesting to see how they treat her character. And it was also very cool. I have to say, the story sense was cool because she is the first person that Hugo Strange has brought back to life that has remembered their past. And I really think that's going to be an interesting, inciting force for, what does this mean for the rest of, what does this mean for the rest of the, inmates that he's been practicing on. But I don't think he'll be practicing on anymore for a while, well, depending upon what happens in the season finale, I guess. So, definitely was really interested in seeing, what was going to really happen. And I really did, like how things were set up. I really did think it was very interesting. And some things, like I said, were. Some things were not. I didn't like it. And I didn't care for the Fish Mooney thing either. Because she was in there for a little bit. She interacted with Hugo Strange. And then that's it. And then she changed this guy. And then she's like, oh, what am I going to do? And then that was it. That was the end of her story. That was the end of her story in this episode. So I thought it was like, okay, those two story arcs were pointless. But talking about the main ones that I have to say, which is Gordon and Bruce going down and stopping, Hugo Strange and stopping him once and for all. So yes, very well done. I really did like that talk between Bruce and Hugo Strange. Sorry guys, just a little nasally there, but I really did like that talk between those two because it was very, very emotional, and you could see that Hugo Strange was kind of being sentimental because I do believe that he does like Bruce, and he does care, but. Well, not too much, but, he kind of, in a way, does, kind of in a way, but not, I'm going to spare this kid and not kill him, but no, that's not the case. But it's very interesting to see that, that interaction between those two, because this is the first time we've seen that, and Bruce really coming to the fruition of him seeing the killer right in front of his face, his parents' killer right in front of his face, and for him to come to the realization that his father was the one that killed him. Well, killed him and his mother. Bruce's dad and his mother. Because in a way, Hugo Strange is right. He was digging into something and he tried to stop it, and it was his own fault because he waited too long. So, in a sense, it is true, and Bruce kind of admits it as well that. Yeah, it was my dad's fault that he got himself and my mother, and my mother killed. But I really did like that kind of, because it really is changing Bruce's morals now. Like, what's gonna happen now. Is he gonna, what could happen and what interesting thing will happen. So I thought that was very interesting and very well done. Um, and definitely really did like that. And so definitely I also did like Gordon kind of going in. He didn't really have a lot to do in the episode. Neither did Harvey. It's kind of a main Bruce and Lucius kind of thing like that. And neither did Alfred. A lot of these characters didn't have anything to do really. Kind of focusing on, some characters that were not very important. And then it was also interesting to see that the Riddler at the end of the episode has Bruce Wayne and Lucius Fox under his control and is going to kill them unless he tells them they tell him, everything they know what Hugo Strange has been doing. So yeah, I definitely thought that was interesting, but it was also very cool to see Gordon's reveal at the end where we see that Hugo Strange brought in this guy and brought him back to life, and he's Chameleon Dinosaur. And when he said that Chameleon, I was like, oh, I know exactly what they're going to do. They are going to change him into Gordon's face, And I think definitely they're going to use that to their advantage in the next episode, because the two people are going to have to choose, like, oh, which one's the real Gordon, which one's the real Gordon, oh, and they'll kill the fake one, maybe. But it'd be cool to see maybe in the next season if the fake Gordon actually gets out there and, wrecks chaos, because I think that'd be interesting. And it would also be a very cool dynamic for him to overcome in the next season. Have Gordon just be like, deep somewhere. And, definitely see like, that this new guy who's posing as Gordon could wreak havoc and just undo everything that he's been setting up to do. And it'd be very interesting to see. So, yeah. And we also learned in this episode that, Hugo Strange is working for the Court of Owls, which is very interesting because this is the first time we actually got to see them, and it was very cool to see, like, he has a boss above him, and so maybe they're the ones that ordered Hugo Strange to order the guy to kill Bruce Wayne's parents. And like I said again, and when I talked about it for the first time, Bruce Wayne's parents' death is not supposed to be over-convoluted and just a big masterly plan and going down through people. It was one guy who went out there to who went to go get some jewels and money. It's just like, no, you give me the jewels. No, all right. And that was it. It was a very simple motive. Nothing really mattered. And I think the simpler the better. Sometimes less is more. And in this case, too much is much. But so, yeah, that's about it for the episode. I'm really looking forward to the season finale. Hopefully they can make it better in this episode. Hopefully they don't focus too much on some of the characters that were, just And hopefully, if they do, they make them interesting and, hopefully they do the good. Come on, do an awesome season finale. But, I think that's it. I'm hoping Marina Baccarin comes back in the season finale. Because she's still listed in the title, like, yep, she's still in the cast, will she be back in the season finale? I'm assuming so. So, yeah, that's probably about it. I'm going to give this episode probably a 4, a 3, I'll give it a 4. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 winks. That's the highest I can go. I'm not going to go any higher because this episode was not the greatest, but it was not the worst. It was a good episode, but was really bogged down by some things that just were unnecessary and, But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where we take off next week. Hopefully they don't do too, hopefully the Riddler isn't drawn out again, because I understand, hopefully they don't, do too much with these people, certain people. But, yeah, that's about it, guys. Looking forward to the next week's finale. I'll be here for the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, I'll see you guys later. Jim Wink, wicked out!